Hey, what's up? This is Michael Merriman. We're here with a friend of mine. His name is Nathaniel. I'll let him give his full name to you because I'm not sure if he wants to give it. But again, the reason I'm doing these videos is I'm trying to get the information out there, let people know they're not alone. You know, whether they're hurting, whether they're in poverty, homelessness, or on opiates. My focus here on Let's Start Something is opioid addiction, especially fentanyl. It's 100 times more potent than morphine. It is smoked, snorted, shot intravenously, and obviously you can eat it. But all the ways that you do this particular drug will kill you. Right now, it's on the streets. It's called blues, fentanyl blues. They're a little blue pill. They have an M on them, and they're killing people. It killed me once. Thankfully, I had a man that I only knew for all of about 10 minutes saved my life, and I never saw him again. Praise God. It's the second time I was died from opiates. When I was a kid, I overdosed, and my ex-wife, praise God, saved my life. She went across the street, got somebody to break down the door and get help. I was in the bathroom, naked, smoking crack, and I did a shot that was large enough to kill two horses, not just a horse. And thankfully, they gave me 5 bags or whatever that crap was, and they brought me back. So I've experienced this a couple times, maybe more than just twice, but I know for sure twice I was done. I was headed to heaven or hell, whichever you might want to be concerned about, but I've been a faithful Christian even though I've been a dope fiend since I was 13, and it took me a long time to figure it out and to get close to Him. Jesus is my Lord and Savior. I'm not saying that to be offensive. I don't care what your background is, what your religion is, because this drug is going to kill you. Whether you're black, white, Mexican, yellow, purple, I don't care. This is going to touch you. And right now in Phoenix, Arizona, in our community alone, all around us, even just outside that window right there are people using this drug. They're smoking it. I took 3 hits. I died from it. That's my buddy James, by the way. I don't think I'll ever get him on camera to like be in an interview, but I'll try. He's a good guy. I like him. Cracks me up. So, anyways, I'm going to introduce you to a real funny man. He's going to give you a story of his life, partially or all of it, however long it takes. And I definitely will put this on Facebook and my YouTube channel. TikTok is a little more like 3 minutes. You know, they don't really give you a long time to put your video on there, but I'll check it out. So again, the purpose, let's start something, is starting the conversation between me and you, okay? Between my friend and you. The idea is that you would see what has happened to our lives and how it's been so destructive, and how just briefly we're starting to get things together. My man has a phone over there on the table. He has gone 3 years without having a phone. I know what that's like, but I provide that service as well. If you get a hold of me on Facebook, if you message me, I will help you. Just send me the word. I'll figure it out. The thing is if you have access and you have food stamps, or you can prove your income, whether it's good or bad, you can have a government phone. And it's a free phone with unlimited data, unlimited talk, unlimited text. It used to be, stifled by the internet or whatever. But now it's gone from 3 gigs to 4G LTE, even though it's not 5G. 4G LTE is not a slow service. It's a very nice deal. So, again, if you get a hold of me, we'll talk about more of that in the end of the video about my services and what I do here and what my plan is. And I hope that you will pay attention. And if you don't like it, it don't matter. Please copy and paste it. It could save a life. So, without further ado, I give you Nathaniel. What's up, brother?
How's it going? My name is Nathaniel Feathers. 2003, I was doing stand-up comedy and open mic night, and I got Funniest Man in the Valley. And I had a comedy CD called The Feathered Angel Living in the Valley of Sun, wearing a white ice cream suit with no shoes, floating above the Grand Canyon like this.
Hi, George.
And rewind, when I was like 15, I learned how to smoke cigarettes and pot. And, this is early 90s. I'm listening to Cypress Hill, wearing Z Cavaricci, Jabot jeans, and drop crotch.
Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, we must have been a lot alike, because I wore Z Cavaricci's, Dope Man's, and Raiders outfit, but I was a Raiders fan.
Oh, yeah.
So even though I looked the part, I was also about the part. So just, no, you weren't the only one that wore Z Cavaricci's. Those were the poo, dude.
Oh, I know.
Those were the poo.
Going to the roller skate rink, having skate covers, getting bent.
What roller skate rink did you go to?
Skate World or something.
Did you ever go to
Or,
Metro back when it
yeah.
had its skate? Yeah. So
they
you
had
guys that
ice
don't
skating
know,
rink, actually.
Metro used to have an ice skating rink.
Yep.
Okay, and we used to go there. They turned that into what, an arcade?
Yeah, it was arcade.
Okay, I don't know what it is now, but this is what we're so. We've been in the valley so long. We know some things y'all
Yeah.
don't. So, anyways, go ahead.
So, I started to take drama around 7th and 8th grade, and then I went to high school and became a thespian. I was in theater, and I used to just watch a lot of TV. We'd have cable since cable came out, and I watched MTV, VH1. I was always fascinated by entertaining stand-up shows like Richard Pryor, and
Richard Pryor on stage was the man, right?
He's funny. Like,
His movies were
Gilliard,
a lot of his
Eddie
movies were
Murphy,
silly. Eddie
remember?
Murphy too, but
Yeah.
Richard Pryor, hands down, was one of the funniest
But-
people I ever saw on
What
stage.
started it all, my first impersonation practice was Andrew Dice Clay. I'd sit there and get a leather jacket at the swap meet, and
Could
I'd
you
have,
could
like,
you
a
do the
fake
thing with the
cigarette.
arm and get
Yeah.
the cigarette?
Yeah.
Yo, I like it. Cool.
But so we did improvisational acting and in high school, and we did this show called Lip Sync.
Damn it.
And we were Milli Vanilli. We got mop heads and dyed in black and got a bandana and cut it around our head, and we looked like Milli Vanilli, and we'd lip sync. Girl, it could be true.
Yeah, come to find out they were doing the same
lip
thing.
syncing. Yeah. And so it just escalated where I'm out of high school in my young 20s, and I started looking at New Times. But in '94, while I was still in high school, my girlfriend was 21 at the time. Her name's Jackie Calden. Her parents owned Rocker World out in Mesa. Their glider rocker chairs like $5,000 a piece, Italian goat leather. And she would see there's an open casting call with Movie Work Now, with a movie with Tom Cruise and Cuba Gooding Jr., upcoming actor, about football agent, and it was going to be filmed here at the Sun Devil Stadium.
Hi, Heather.
They needed extras, and so we went to the Holiday Inn, waited 4 hours in line. They took a Polaroid picture of us and took down some information. And at the time they casted this movie, I was going to be 18 because I was 3 months before I was 18. And this agency I ended up signing with Movie Work Now. Some people have a side hustle and donate plasma. Some people go there. It's on Indian School on 36th Street, and it's still in business. The human head weighs 8 pounds. They discovered that little kid with the glasses in the movie. And I was in 7 other movies besides Jerry Maguire. I was in 3 Kings. I was in Piranha 3D. I was in Transformers 1, 2, and 3.
Nice.
Extra background. Leather and Iron, Dead 5 Heartbeats, a Sonny Barger film with Hell's Angels, and on the movie set, I got all these hardcore Hell's Angel biker guys. I pull down my shorts, I'm in my boxers, I get a Zippo lighter, and I light a fart on fire, and then that's when I had everybody like, hey man, we're gonna come see you do stand-up, and, which about 3 to 4 bikers actually did show up at the Improv, but they left early. It was a free admission, but the catch was you had a 2-drink minimum to buy.
Of course, they wanted more to drink.
It was $6.
Yeah, they wanted
it
more to drink. I get it. Yeah.
You might as well just get a drink.
Mm-hmm.
But I started to go to. My mom enrolled me in Louis Russo acting improvisational. It was at the Papago Plaza on Scottsdale Road in McDowell at the Papago Buttes. It was like Pueblo style, but it was like I don't know, the improvisational acting, and they had a voice coach there that taught me how to do Arnold. Arnold's real chest. My name is Julius Benedict. Listen to me now. Listen to me later. Give me a key to close your motorcycle.
That's awesome.
Chest.
You do know
And
he's
then-
one of my favorites, right?
And, yeah. Really?
Yes.
And then, Rodney Dangerfield, he's more like up in your diaphragm. Hey, let me tell you, my wife, she wants to have safe sex. I said, hey, shove a speed belt on you. Well, see, this what a titty girl. Look at no respect.
I love it.
And Jack's a hard-nosed fellow. He's a little bit of nasal. And I started to do Jack Nicholson, like, okay, Sparky, here's the deal. those little scratches, you got your purified water. But and I wanted to do more, you know. Then I'm like doing Hank Hill and doing Movie Phone Guide and Angel Dice Play and just a bunch of others. And it was real nice that I had this talent. You know, like some people could really good break dancing. Some of my friends can rap, and I was like, dude, I can do impersonations. Michael Winslow on Police Academy was my inspiration.
Right.
Black guy in
I love
Police
that
Academy,
guy.
He could just do like
I used to try to mimic
sirens
him
and
myself.
all kinds of stuff. Doing
Yeah.
dog barking and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
I was
absolutely.
like, that's my dream.
Yeah, absolutely.
But so I'd go to karaoke bars and, you know, hook up with divorce rebound cougars and like do 3 Doors Down Kryptonite and bring a green glow stick. I always had to be center of attention. I always stood out. And I won a karaoke contest, like $500 bar tab. I bought everybody Jaeger bombers and stuff.
Right.
And I got like old people drunk on one Jaeger bomber. I swear the Jägermeister was awesome.
Hey James, how you doing?
So later on, I ended up marrying like a sugar mama type of woman that used to work
Nice.
with my mom. At a
Nice,
cleaning shop,
awesome.
receptionist.
That's
And
what's up.
If it wasn't for her 12 years of working and me just like part-time jobs at temp agencies to pursue my comedy career and my acting career, because you gotta look at that as a side hobby. 'Cause
Right.
The likely you make it Hollywood, winning the lottery is the more odds of making it Hollywood, like Leonardo or Tom Cruise.
Yeah, but
know.
you were on your way. I mean, you did like
I was
7
on my way.
movies. You were
Yeah.
on your way there, right?
I was.
You were gonna
Yeah.
make it happen,
Oh, I
one way or another. You have the talent. Obviously, you showed some of that on your on this
Rob
video so
Garros
far.
says, you got a gift. You know? But
Love it.
I meet so many people coming out of prison that can draw and in the party scene and they can sling ink and do talent and design clothes and have all these creative ideas and no one ever follows through with it. And it's
Right,
sad.
it's unfortunate. It's
You
sad.
gotta execute. Practice
Hey, Stephen, what's up?
doesn't make perfect.
Let's
and
start
it's
something. Give a
persistence.
shout out. Hold on.
What's up?
What's up,
What's
guys?
up? You down with this or what?
I am down with this.
All right, I'm so happy that you are. So, anyways, give me some time because I'm taking a video of Nathaniel here. He's
But,
giving his life story pretty much.
2010 comes around, and Oxycontins and Oxycodone, I was snorting those going to the bar. So I was drinking a little less, snorting more pills, and I was hanging around.
What year?
2010.
Okay. Okay.
2011, and then boom, 2014, I get hooked on black tar heroin. And that's
Right,
my
I've been
wife
there, done that.
Lost the luxury apartments. I was living in Los Angeles, on Bell. I lived there for 12 years. I was the pool guy there, and lost that job and ended up not getting eviction because I came to court with 2,000 cash saying I had money to the rent, and so she gave me grace. The judge did, and then hooked up with a girl on. I was getting Wi-Fi from this cougar neighbor who always drank wine reports. I'd sit on the stoop and get Wi-Fi, and I hooked up with Benny. I'd known since I was 15. She took me in. She lived at Desert Ridge, and here I'm going, man, she's got money. What was her ex-husband's house and stuff? But anyways, she was on a rebound, and she wanted to rescue me. And, I had my portfolio binder, headshots and pictures, and
Yeah.
so I was working for party staff and executives. Wearing a penguin suit doing
Can I ask you,
business.
is any of that stuff still around?
No, I lost it in storage.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear
Lost
that.
2015. when
Yeah.
storage.
Yeah,
My parents were
unfortunately,
paying
I had the
first
same thing
3,
happen.
4 months, and then it was my responsibility, and I
Right.
lost track of time. I didn't know what day it was.
I was like, all right, so you were talking about this chick
Yeah.
that wanted to take care of you, right? How'd that go?
Yeah, Benny. So she was taking care of me, and she got me back to doing stand up a little here and there. And I hooked up with Wanda Sykes, and I was doing some improv stuff at bars in Tempe. And but the people I met and rubbed elbows with in the bars, I worked at the famous door in Scottsdale. Then later on, it became Buddha Bar and Smashbox. But I was a doorman there for 2.5 years, and we had cigar humidors and stuff. But a lot of the people I knew the owners of real estate executives. I went to after-hours parties with ice sculptures in the backyard, and like DJ booths in the pool with plexiglass, so it looked like DJ booths floating on top of the water.
Dope. I like
I've been
that.
in some like negative edge pools and
That's
rubbing
sick.
elbows with millionaires.
I can just see it in my mind. I've been in places like that.
I had this idea where it was called Peel a Pocket. It's pocket slaps on your shirt for going to conventions. Like if it's a medical convention, like it says Toshiba or
That's great.
Mitsubishi for MIR equipment.
I can
It's
think
a
of
sticker
Revenge
pocket
of the Nerds
slap.
is all I'm thinking about. Revenge of the Nerds right now.
Your pocket protector. It's a sticker pocket with the company advertising, silk screen printed. Some people have water bottles, stylus pens, business cards, stuff like that, keychains.
Right.
But yeah, so I wanted to go on Shark Tank, submit an application.
Did you make it?
I did not. They wanted someone that graduated high school. NBC wouldn't, the insurance wouldn't cover me because it's telling kids out there, hey, just invent something or come up with a cool idea and become rich and not finish your basic education.
Okay, well, and let me ask you something. Did you ever get your GED?
No.
All right.
I still don't have it. But, you know, I made some good money.
Cool.
Car sales and stuff like that, and being
Yeah.
a bar back and bartender. And so, you know, I'm snorting pills, smoking heroin, and my wife finds...
What year was this again?
2014.
Okay.
And she finds these foils. She Googles at work, where are these black trails on foil? Well, he was smoking heroin. And this was when the heroin epidemic was real big. Black tar just swept in Oxycontins. Like Lil White came out with that song, Oxycontin, Lord Taz, what you want, what you got you, man.
Yeah.
And it was just became like we had a party crew every weekend. You know, I wouldn't even wear the same shirt every week. I'd go to TJ Maxx or Ross and go get a nice dress shirt for the club and just throw it on my, you know, room. I had a clothes pile this high and I threw my lion blanket over it and it was like a big beanbag. So in case my friends came over, they could just sit on my dirty clothes with the blanket.
Right.
It looked like a love sack, you know, like those big old beanbags.
I never had a pile that big, but I think we've done that before in time, given my history.
So less and less I started showing up for gigs, stopped doing that, stopped looking in the paper and the Screen Actors Guild, stopped connecting with Movie Work Now, and I even got my dog in HollywoodPaws.com. It was on Trader Joe's postcards.
I'm sorry, what is it called?
Hollywood Paws.
Okay. .com,
Yeah,
right?
.com. And yeah, they take all kinds of animals from a lizard, snake to a horse.
All right,
It's
cool.
pretty cool. And I was, you know, always complimented, and I had blonde highlights at this time, wearing Ed Hardy buckled jeans,
Right.
and I was, you know, styling and profiling. You know, I was a label whore, as my, you know, mom calls it, and which is not a bad thing, but still, being materialistic, you gotta fake it to make it. You know, when you're out in the club, you want to look like you got it, right? So, in the long run, I started to do meth and started smoking meth and on and off 2016. Then I went to the Phoenix Rescue Mission. I was there. I made it all the way to inner healing. And then 2017, I was in halfway houses. You know, I'm a hard 6 at TLC. It's like trying to get labor camp.
Right.
I was just doing about a half a gram to a gram a day of G, and hanging around escorts and girls, going to the casino, asshole taxing rich guys, giving Viagra, money comes out of the wallet. And I
Right.
was like, this is cool.
Right.
You know, having boosters, you know, then I started boosting stuff. And when I'm in a grocery store stealing candy and something to eat at night, that's when I started to take a second look. I went to rehab, you know, stepping stones.
What year was that?
This is 2017.
Okay.
And 2018 comes along, and I met a girl, Lena, that was from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. She dated Brett Favre. This girl was gorgeous. She was Lebanese and German.
Awesome.
And she was really pretty. I mean, her ass was so beautiful. She had to tie a sweater around it.
Okay.
Resting bitch face with the yoga pants and, you know, sports bikes with her hair. It was fabulous.
Yeah, I bet.
She was driving for Lyft, and she started, you know, I told her to go to bars, casinos, and strip clubs to pick up guys, you know, get tips. Well, she had a gambling habit, unbeknownst to me, and it had that Life 360 app on my phone where second by second tracks the car. I'm like, what are you doing at the casino for 10 hours? And then I found out she was prostituting and doing this other stuff. And we
Bummer.
went separate ways. I was heartbroken because I was head over heels.
Oh, I get it.
Over in love, living at
Yeah.
friends' houses on their floor.
Right.
Get them $150 a week. You know, other friends that used to that had an apartment, and just, you know, going in and out of budget suites, and at this point, haven't had an apartment. I'm thinking until 2015 when my wife left me, and still this to this day. But I'm doing a lot better now. But 2019, I used heavily. I was in parks, hustling in parks, selling dope, doing this, boosting from Goodwill. I'd go in with pillowcases and steal skinny joggers and gold zippers for the plug, and then started stealing drums from hobby stores and just stuff to screw off and doing returns. But then 2020 comes around, and then I'm in Tempe, Arizona, off Scottsdale Road McKelps, and I tried my first blue, and I was like, yeah.
And this was in 2020.
2020, 10/10/2020.
All right, if I may, give me a second. Okay. So everybody can see what you're going through here.
All right.
All right. You're in that wheelchair. Why'd you get in the wheelchair?
Well, Easter Sunday around 4:30 in the morning, we're on my way to Circle K because my buddy had Cash App.
What year was this?
This was this year. This was Easter Sunday this year.
Okay.
So April 17th. I'm on 19th Avenue in Greenway. I was on ABC 15 News. Me and my friend Isaac were walking, and I had a Razor Powerwing scooter, the kind you wiggle back and forth.
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
Kind of
I'm still amazed that you would even get on such a thing.
Oh, I know. It's like, look what I can do.
Look what I can do.
Yeah. A lot of my friends describe,
Look what I can do.
Like when I'm out there using my personality is a lot like Kevin James and King of Queens. I'm like a big goofball. But yeah, so I don't remember the accident, but it says we were in the crosswalk, so we saw it right away. So I'm in a lawsuit right now for $25,000, suing her progressive minimum liability. But I have surgery, I have plates, screws here in my right arm, and I had the shoulder. I have a rod in my shoulder.
Yep.
I have lost my spleen. There's a scar. And
ouch.
Belly right there.
Ouch.
And I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Guns N' Roses.
And this happened from the accident?
Yeah.
No, you need to get more than 25.
Yeah.
Look, go for more than 25. And I'll explain why here in a minute. Go ahead.
So I went to Deer Valley Hospital, and I left there on the 27th of April and went to Shea Park at North Scottsdale, 92nd Street in Shea. Well, June comes along, June 27th, I overdosed on fentanyl powder inside the facility.
Right.
And I was already taking 30 milligrams of oxycodone.
Yeah. As something like that happened to me, I'll explain.
Yeah, I was at the smoke room outside. A resident, her name's Teresa, found me. She grabbed staff, said, "Hey, there's someone on the ground out here in the smoking area." And I was blue. It took me 10 minutes of CPR until the paramedics got there. I did that initial breath from deep within my stomach, she said. My chest was sore for a couple weeks after it happened, but they shot me a Narcan twice.
Yeah.
And brought me back. And the doctor discontinued my oxycodone, so
obviously
16 hours later I'm back at the facility, and I'm going through withdrawal, days.
It's horrible, right?
It was terrible.
It's one of the worst withdrawals you can imagine. Now, let me ask you this, all right? So everybody can get an idea, right? So heroin compared to fentanyl, when you get sick up either one, which one is worse? Fentanyl. And do you think that's because it's a lot stronger than heroin?
Yeah.
Okay. No matter how big your use is on heroin, you could be having a 3 or 4 pill a day habit and still be sicker and shit, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Since I've been in the halfway houses and shelters, I've known over up to like 20 people, because every time I come back to the shelter to use our resources, so and so died, so and so died, this and that.
So, are you saying that you knew 20 people during this short period of time you've done fentanyl who died, right?
2.5 years, yep.
In 2.5 years, 20 people.
That's just in my circle.
Oh,
Physical people I've gotten high with, and acquaintances or dope friends or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Still,
if we were to put the whole number together right now and share it with people, they'd be blown away.
People I've laid my head and watched over each other on the street, I consider a family. Whoever I'm laying next to and I'm road dogging with, you're family, man.
Right.
I'm gonna treat you no different than.
Let me ask you a question. Even though you felt that way, because I was the same way, and I got taken advantage of all the time. Was there anybody you knew that was treating you the same, especially if they were on fentanyl?
not that much.
Yeah, right. I get
It
that.
would be nice for a couple days or a couple weeks,
Right.
Until to watch you come up, get a Bluetooth speaker, get a nice beach cruiser,
And the
29er,
minute you crash,
and then
it's
boom,
gone.
It's gone.
You're right. I've been through that. All right. I'm going to explain a little bit more about
it's-
that here in a minute.
It's crazy. It's setups. It's gaslighting.
Yeah, it's gaslighting.
It's terrible. It's but after skate park, I got here. I met Michael. I knew by his haircut. I'm like, and his tattoos, the way he carried himself. I go, this guy is someone cool that I'd hang out in high school or be in a fraternity, be running stuff.
Right.
And he told me, let's start something, right?
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're talking about, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were talking about me.
Oh,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, with your
Okay,
haircut.
so not to get a big head, but go back to what you were saying. What were you saying again?
No, tattoos, I just knew. So I opened up and I started telling you, I need a phone. You got me this phone right here. It's Cloud9. I downloaded the games. I've had it for about 3 days. It came in the mail. It was awesome. And I got a license while I was here.
Nice.
I haven't had a physical driver's license on me 3-4 years.
Yeah, it's been a couple years for me too.
Plastic.
I mean, I did have one, but obviously got
But
stolen
it-
with my wallet.
it
But go
feels
ahead.
Good. Things are gradually coming along, as we sit here and get recovered, we talk about it, and I strongly suggest if you are on any type of fentanyl powder or you're doing the blues, you need to reach out, save your best friends, save your homie, get in together, get in a halfway house or a drug rehab program. They got beautiful multi-million-dollar rehab facilities.
Okay, you're right about that, Nathan, but
Yeah.
how many people honestly have learned about this particular drug while being on the streets? Not just the homeless, but think about the people outside of the box. All the people that drive down the street every day. Do you think they understand what this drug is and what it's doing to our community?
Yeah, they're certainly hearing it on the news how deadly it is.
Yeah, but how many people do you think watch the news?
I'd say 60%, 65%.
Yeah, I think if you're lucky, because most people they got their heads buried in their phones right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My grandpa used to call, remember the TV, the boob tube?
Yeah.
Now it's LED screen that we're just sitting on.
Yeah,
How many times
speaking of
have
which,
you-
I had to interrupt you to make this video, right? Because you were on that phone playing a video game, is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, was he doing that? Was he playing a video game? You don't even know, do you? All right.
You're talking to a guy that's got pot leaves all over his glasses.
I don't need a phone to play games.
Yeah, right. He doesn't
No.
need a phone to play
This guy's
games.
cool too. He's done some acting, some stunt work. I won't say his name.
Yeah,
but he's
we
cool
won't
dude.
put him out there because
He's a
we
silver
just found out
foxer.
that he likes to wear dresses, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
you want to start something?
All right,
But,
so Nathan,
Yeah.
are you done with this shit, man?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Cost me my life.
Are you
I'm
sure?
scared.
What is your motivation?
My motivation right now is getting a part-time job and
Ah, come on, man.
getting an apartment. And staying
What are your
sober and finding
personal?
a
What
girl
is your
who covers-
personal goals?
Is that I matter.
Yeah, you
That,
do matter. Absolutely.
there's a
I wouldn't be
place
taking a
in
video
life-
of you if you didn't matter.
Yeah, like I want to get back into doing something, having a business, or helping a friend and going 60-40 business partner split, doing something with my settlement money.
So,
and not just.
Let me ask you a question, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but if for some reason I get this done within the next 2 years and I start this nonprofit organization, would you be willing to come work for me?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
definitely. Marketing.
Do you think, okay, I know for a
Get
fact
hoodies printed up
you
and
would
all
be
kinds
a
of stuff.
gem in my company for sure.
Oh
So,
man, I'd go down the hood and pass out free T-shirts.
yeah, absolutely.
Booty shorts, hoodies, because you can get shirts and hoodies. Because we've done it before, printed, $3.75 a shirt.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you mind being on camera? I'm talking to you. All right. I don't want no problems, he said.
He's another cool dude.
Yeah, Matthew, he's cool. I like
Oh,
him.
you name dropped.
All right, so
yeah.
I'm really excited, and I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. You telling me your story and sharing it with the public. Again, anytime I do this, just remember I got a YouTube channel, brother, and I got you on Facebook and TikTok. You will be forever immortalized you know, no matter if you were the guy ever again, and I think you can pull yourself together and probably get a gig here and there at the Improv, dude. I know for a fact. I've been there. I've seen some funny people, and you're right there at the top. So, God bless you, man. I'm thanking you for your help, man. Seriously.
All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
thank you.
All right. Cool.
God bless.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So, one of the things we were talking about how deadly this drug is, right? In a short period of time, this man has started that drug. Now he's done heroin. What was it, like 10 years? You were doing heroin for 10 years before you started doing fentanyl.
2014, 15.
Yeah, but you've been doing heroin, right?
Yeah.
But you didn't get introduced to fentanyl until about a couple years ago, right? And in that time, he said he lost 20 people that he knows. So imagine if every one of us lost 20 people in 2 years, what that would look like. Again, I've explained that it killed me, a guy I knew of all about 10 minutes, to saved my life, and I never saw him again. So the reason that we're doing this is not just to, boast about how fucked up our lives are, excuse my language, but where we're at today and what we plan to do. Now, the reason why I asked Nathan if he's on for the hustle, for the game, for the ride, for everything I'm down for, is because I plan on bringing him in. Everybody who starts this thing and wants to be a part of this thing is family. All right, I look at you as family. There's Stephen. He was one of the first ones I took a video of. I'm going to do another video of him later. All right, so your family, anybody who's ever helped me in this process, consider yourself family. I will always look out for you. I will always have your back. I'm a loyal, generous, loving, kind, giving individual. I always have been, even when I was a dope fiend. So I still label myself as a dope fiend because it just sounds more, awesome that, really I'm a dope fiend. I'm not some little weasel addict, right? No, I'm a dope fiend. So I can tell you more about that later. But the interesting part of what we're doing is how many people have died. All the people that we've lost, all the friends that we've lost. I'm lucky to be here. I'm not even supposed to be here because I was dead not once but twice throughout my life. Once in my early adulthood, all the way up until now. And I'm 45 years old. But now I'm making friends that I never thought I could do. I'm reaching out more. I'm being open. I'm being honest. I own my own shit. I'm not perfect by any means. I'm not trying to tell you that I got it all together. That's another reason why I'm doing this video. So you will create videos for me or bounce your opinions and your life off of me. You don't even have to use your name. If you want to be anonymous, that's cool. But I prefer you not to be, because your life will be forever immortalized in this program. Whether it's good or it's bad, we will honor you for doing the job that we need you to do. I promise you that. So if you get a hold of me on Facebook, I'm on Messenger, Michael Merriman. Look for the Mohawk guy with the medical equipment behind him. I'm not going to change it for a while because it's part of my story. So you can also find me on Michael Merriman at onmail.com, onmail.com. I also highly recommend this particular email site because you most likely be able to use your name without having to put a letter, a number, or some kind of astronomical thing in front of it so you can use it, like Gmail. Unfortunately, it's so popular. Excuse me. Okay, so another thing. YouTube. I have a channel on YouTube, and it's going to cover these videos as well. Automatically, I'm going to load this as soon as I'm done. I apologize if some of these videos are long, but I want to get some of the story in. Now, he did the right thing. I caught him right in the middle of doing the video game on that phone that I got him not more than a week ago, okay? And he was playing games. He was not ready to do this video, but I told him to nut up and be a man and do what he's got to do. I didn't use that terminology, but I knew that, hey man, I know what it's like to be on stage. I used to be a worship leader for 2.5 years for many different men, and these guys wear orange. These are convicts. These aren't babies or somebody just going to their first fucking rock video or their story. Excuse my language. And I was lead singer for the house band for 2.5 years, or almost actually 3 years. So I covered anything from Judas Priest, Leonard Skinner, Five Finger Death Punch, Megadeth. Definitely Ozzy Osbourne and some Black Sabbath. But anyways, I had a good time and I never got any negative feedback. I finally figured it out, how to do what I wanted to do, and I had a good time. In the process, I went to seminary school, so I know the word very well, and I know how it's preached, I know how it's taught, and I wouldn't pull your chain on that at all. By the way, I am a member of the Reborn Church of Phoenix, Arizona. I recommend that church very highly. You'll see, it's like family. It's more than just a church. So, by the way, Again, I can help you get a phone. If you get a hold of me, I'll help you get a government phone. All you need is an access card, a food stamp card, or proof of income. Either one of those three will work. Okay, and if you need me to, I can fib a little bit. I'd rather not, but I know the need for phones because we've had our phones. We talked about it. We've had all of our stuff stolen. You know, people hang out with us. You get, you know, your Bluetooth speaker, your brand new phone. You're bumping. You're doing your thing, and the minute you close your eye, it's gone. It's gone. You got to sleep with one eye open, and that's not easy to do. I mean, I nodded out once, woke up, my brand new Raiders hat was gone, my shirt was gone, my belt was gone, and I was thinking, how in the hell did that happen? That belt was so tight on me that there's no way anybody could have got off me unless it was somebody I knew. I found out a couple weeks later who it was because the dumbass was wearing a freaking belt in front of me. Duh. And I marked it as well because I burned the end of it, and he couldn't lie to me about it. So what an idiot. Anyways, I don't need to tell you how that turned out. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Anyways, I've been forced to do things that I would never do before, no matter what in my life. I wouldn't even give it a second thought, but I've done some really horrible things, some things that are only going to be between me and the good Lord, and other things I will share with you. Believe me, I'll give you every little gory detail to help you understand you're not alone or how deadly these drugs are. So my focus, opioid addiction and blue fentanyls. The reason for that is because there's not enough information out there to the family, to your loved ones, your mom and dad, your brothers and sisters. It's killing people left and right. And I've said this before, my vision, unless I get this done right, we get this done as a community. That's what I want, to come together as a nation and a community and a family and start realizing that there's certain things we got to take care of. These people pay taxes. These people have paid taxes. These people went to high school. These people may have went to college. These people may even have their doctorates, their masters, and guess what they're doing right now? They're sitting out at that bus stop, a QT, a Circle K, the canal, smoking that shit because they're addicted to it. And it goes beyond but chasing the high. After a few weeks, maybe even a couple days, you're no longer chasing the high. You're trying to survive because your brain doesn't want to be sick. Your body doesn't want to be sick. And the first time you experience that, either you'll get clean or you'll get fixed. You want to get well. So it's a hard thing to understand, but it's the truth. And I'm trying to get everybody to understand that. I'm also trying to get the perspective in hospitals and clinics. Those people need to treat us better and treat us like human beings. And so we quit lying to them about what we're doing so they don't kill us on the operating table by giving something to us that they're not supposed to give to us. Happened to me once. Happened almost to my ex-wife. It's very important to me to help my community. I've done 13 years in the Department of Corrections in the state of Arizona. The last ticket I had in prison was in 2001. I got my education, my GED, my college, and even seminary, and I learned how to be a musician, and I've done a lot of cool things. A lot of things that I couldn't take with me to the streets because my focus was on my wife and my kids. And this time, when I got out after doing 5 flat for sales, I had an issue with what was going on with my family, and it's because I couldn't accept the fact that my son is now a man and I have to share responsibility with him. We moved in with my sister-in-law, and she had her kids, so there was a lot of drama going on all the time, and all I felt was guilt, shame, paranoia, and fear. I didn't know how to fit in because I'm an A-type personality. I take control. I'm always the man. I'm the head of the household, and I never felt right, not once after we got married, and that destroyed our marriage. I didn't know what was going on with me. I didn't know what was going on inside me, and it took a very traumatic 2.5 years and the loss of my wife, my older daughter, and my 3 grandbabies to figure out I'm done with this shit. I'm no longer going to be this guy. This is garbage. It took me a few months to make it happen, but I'm clean, and I've been clean now for 4 months. All right, off my drug, was not my choice. My drug of choice is methamphetamines. I like to go fast. I like to party. I like to have fun with girls, that stuff. But I mean, more like my wife. That was the person I was interested. I never really wanted to be with anybody else unless she pushed me to the side, and that happened a couple times. So the reality of that is that you can see that this was my drug of choice, but this particular drug became more important because I didn't want to die. I didn't want to be sick, and I didn't want to be alone. So I ended up being more alone recently than I ever have been in my life. And remember, I said I was in prison for 13 and a half years. If you've never done any time, or if you've done some time, you know what it feels like to be alone. I promise you. So with that note, I'm going to go ahead and get this video loaded up. with the slogan and the platform that we're starting. Let's start something. Start the conversation. Get back at me if you need to. Nathan, I'll probably have him do his own videos so he can explain his stuff. Pretty much, I'm going to start editing and creating videos with my computer. I just the new apps that they have. I haven't got them down yet. I haven't done it since like 2008 when I proposed to my wife. So it was pretty awesome. What a wonderful day that was. I'll never forget it. But anyways, I appreciate all your love and support. I don't care who you are, what your name is. If you copy and share this stuff, if you tell me what you're thinking, I'm going to get back at you. I'm going to let you know that I appreciate you, and you will become my family, and I'll be your family no matter what. So this is going on YouTube. Probably maybe I might make a video on Facebook too. Load this up there as well. But it takes time. We're already at 40 minutes. It's the longest video I've had so far. So again, I love you. I appreciate you. God bless Phoenix, Arizona, and our community here in Phoenix and all surrounding cities. I love this place. I've lived here my whole life, even though you can see I'm a Raiders fan. We didn't have a football team when I was younger, so who was I going to choose? The guy they were getting off the bus wearing leather and chains, or like San Francisco, they were wearing tuxedos? What do you think I'm going to pick, right? Anyways, we were badasses back then, and we're about ready to take it one more time. This shirt, I support the Sooners because my mom and my family are from Oklahoma, and she's there right now visiting family, and I'm jealous. I can't be there. So you see how you lose things when you become self-destructive and you get hooked on shit. You lose your family, you lose your friends, you lose opportunities to go to a family reunion like in Oklahoma where I should be. You lose the closest people in your life. Like my sister was my best friend. We're just now barely talking. I lost my youngest daughter for a minute, but we're talking. We're working it out. And I'm having a relationship with not just her, but my grandson and my granddaughter. And that's very important to me because without them, I wouldn't have made it this far. Believe me, it's just happened recently. But that particular moment when she just gave me an inch of room to be back in her life, I'm so thankful to God, and I will always cherish her. I'll be there for her no matter what. I'm so sorry that I let her down. I spent too much of her life in prison, and I didn't really ever allow myself to think about some of the things she was going through because she wasn't communicating those things with me because the short times we had to spend together were family events or just hanging out at my house. And she became really good friends with my stepson and my stepdaughter. Now, I never called them that until recently. But to give you an idea, I adopted them as my family. I never treated them any different, never looked at them any different. I just lost my son a year and a half ago to a self-inflicted gunshot wound. It was an accident. I was homeless at the time. I took responsibility for that. It screwed me up really bad and took me a long time to get over it. But I had a really awesome thing happen to me learning from a woman on TED that not only talks about my story with grief, but talks about her overcoming the grief and a plan that I exactly have. It was like, oh my God, she's telling my story. And she's talking about my future and she's talking about my present. What the heck? It was like a 20-minute video. And so I saw that at Choice Recovery. Now, I've been dope free for a while, but I learned something that way back in my mind or somewhere in my head, the minute something traumatic may happen, it's very possible that I could use again. So I'm learning whatever skill is possible, whatever knowledge is available to help apply it to my life, to apply it to you, to apply it to my city, and to apply it to my family. So I'm dedicated for doing this. I even had warnings from people recently, like, you shouldn't do this, the cartel is going to do this and that. Listen, I'm not going after the dope dealers. I understand why they do what they do. Then it's none of my freaking business. What my business is my city, my community, your kids, my kids, our family. So please, after you watch this video, copy it and paste it, send it on its way, because my friends are not your friends on Facebook. So check it out. I appreciate your time. God bless you. Let's start something.